I normally draw people and stuff, but lately I've like gotten this ambition, like I want to do like a graphic novel type thing, so I need to get a better understanding of like drawing backgrounds and like scenery and all that stuff. I don't know. So I just like I googled like cities that I think look cool. And I was kind of bummed because the printer that I have or the printer I have access to doesn't print in color. But like this picture was really pretty in color. Black and white, it's only okay. But I've been kind of using these for inspiration and reference, but I want to see if like how far I can get without having to like I don't want to exactly copy every picture. Or I'm hoping this will be calming. I've had another hectic day. Like every single day I get on these streams and I say today was busy. And I think like tomorrow will be less busy and then it's not. I think I have like anxiety with saying no. I'm trying to get better at it. I would have this like lingering fear that if I said no, then like, yeah, FOMO for sure, but then also like I'd be afraid if I said no, I can't come hang out, then they would never invite me out again. I think it's comes from like when I was younger and I didn't have a car or anything, and my parents like we lived so far away from everyone and people would invite me out all the time and I would be like I can't go and then they would just stop inviting me out. And I did want to be friends with them. That was different because we were teenagers, but as an adult, you're totally right. Like, I wouldn't want to be friends with people like that. I just need like more introverted friends. It's like I don't want to stop working out, but it does cut into free time. I've been trying to make it like more fun by like changing up a playlist I listen to so it feels like more different or sometimes I'll just like put a show on my phone. No, that's real though. Like small errands. Like sometimes I think like, oh, I'll just stop at the grocery store, get a couple things. I'll be done in like half an hour. And suddenly it's been like 90 minutes. Try to make cardio like interesting and enjoyable. Like I would put something to watch on my phone or like try to make myself like a really hype playlist, but I just like can't. It's so monotonous. Like lifting weights is so much more fun, like you're saying. Like it's a way better time and it like feels better. Like it feels cooler to do and it's more satisfying. I did just have kind of a poop workout though. Like right before this, I did just like some upper body stuff. I was benching and the weight like kept hitting the thing that the barbell rests on. So I had to re-rack it and start over, and then I was too tired. I lost all my momentum. So I was like, whatever. I started like lifting a couple years ago, and then I was getting like, I noticed too what you're talking about. Like in the first like 6 months, I felt like so much better, and like my appetite was good, and like I don't, it's like I was eating better because I felt more motivated to like take care of myself and like my mood got a lot better. Like, I felt a lot more motivated to do other things, and it like lifting weights made other stuff less scary. I go with my partner, and I like never would have even started powerlifting, I think, if it wasn't for him, because I always thought it like deadlifts and stuff looked so scary. And then he was like, no, you gotta try it. It's not that hard. Like, it's not as hard as you think. And I was like, okay. And now I like love it. Because I also have my like regular like 9 to 5 job. And so whenever I meet artists, they think that I should quit that job and just be a full-time artist. But I don't want to do that either because I like my office job. Like I think it's actually kind of fun. Like sometimes it really stresses me out, but sometimes it's like really interesting and like challenges me in different ways. I've been seeing more and more people discredit the idea that using references is cheating, and I'm so glad because that used to give me a lot of anxiety. Like, oh no, I suck at drawing because I need to use references. Some Kaidan stuff I think is gonna go down in Mass Effect pretty soon. Like, I'm pretty sure I don't have any more side missions. And if I remember right, like all the fun, like romantic, sexy stuff happens like when you're going to Ilos. So I think we're going to Ilos next. So some kissings, some flirtings should be happening. His romance is just a lot more subtle than Liara's, and I don't think that's a bad thing. But I feel like they definitely like spent a lot of their time writing like flirty dialogue. She would not take no for an answer, Valoria. Like, I went to go talk to her, and I'm being Paragon, you know, so I'm being friendly, not flirting, just being friendly. And I'd already told Kaidan, like, you got nothing to worry about. Like, I'm not into her. I'm into you. Like, what? It's not a big thing. And then, I just went to go talk to her. I think it was after Vermeer, maybe? Or before Vermeer? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But I was talking to her, and she was like, Shepard, I like think you're really like cool, or whatever she says. And Shepard's like, thanks, but like, you know, I think you're a great friend, but I don't see you as more than a friend. And she's like, and then Shepard's like, I'm kind of like, you know, there's someone else on the ship that I have feelings for. And I thought that Liara would just be like, okay, and like gracefully back off. I'm trying to like, I pictured hanging light fixtures here, but I don't know how that's gonna look. Anyway, so Liara did not back off gracefully. She was like, but we have a connection. Like, I know you feel it. And Shepard was like, no, I don't feel that. I don't. And then she was like, I'm so embarrassed. And it's like, well, you should be embarrassed, Liara. Like, what are you doing? So that was awkward. It's like the game was like, what do you mean you're not romancing Liara? Romance Liara. I'm just gonna do like light bulbs. Like, you know, some like modern places, they just have like an exposed bulb. That looks stupid though. Let's just not do lights at all. But yeah, the Kaidan booty. Yeah, like, yeah, you just nailed it. Like, Liara is so like starry-eyed, like into the romance of it. Like, she's so like it's like her first love type thing. But yeah, Kaidan's like more mature. He's more like, yeah, like I like you and I like talking to you, and if that's as far as it goes, like I'll take what I can get. And it's like I can appreciate that. But yeah, I definitely noticed that he doesn't pursue it the same way. Jacob, have you played Mass Effect, or is this like super boring for you? But yeah, there were cutscenes where like I remembered Liara being like so like really flirty and like really intimate and like really leaning into like this relationship, and Kaidan's just kind of like, hey. Yeah, like more like a good friend. So I'm getting used to that, but it's fine. I still like him. I'm excited to see like where the rest of it goes. And then when I play Mass Effect 2, like that'll add to the drama. The drama. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like I should allude to the ceiling here, but I don't know. Maybe I don't need to. I don't know what's happening. I've never drawn like a ceiling before. You're talking about on like Horizon when he sees Shepard again for the first time? That must be what you're talking about. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It is kind of a bummer. But yeah, like, especially because there's so much groundwork laid in the first game where you see Cerberus and you're like, God, this organization is corrupt. Like they're like experimenting on people, they're letting people die like for science. And you meet at like you meet people like Kahoku. Sorry, I have my phone in the way. And then Cerberus kills them. Like I actually remember like when the second game started, like when I was playing for the first time and I found out that we owed everything to Cerberus, I was like, oh shit. Yeah, he gets over it. And like I think it's very realistic. Like I think if they had made Kaidan like not be upset with you, it just wouldn't be realistic. And then you know what, Valoria, people would just complain that his character was badly written and that he's a pushover if he hadn't been upset. So since I've been romancing him, I've been like seeing like reading about the romance more and like on like social media, like seeing more about his romance and subsequently been seeing more criticism about it. And I'm like, wow, people get really heated about Kaidan. It's like, how can you be that angry? He's so mild. People say that Kaidan's character doesn't, he grows like the most. That's preposterous. How can they say that? Like, first game, he's just, I don't really know what his position is, but I know he's lower ranked than Shepard and he's kind of just like chill, but like a rule follower, like kind of, um, I don't know, by the book. And then like by the second game, he's like risen in the ranks. He takes more initiative. Like, did I say second book in the second game? And like I interpreted him as like being more comfortable in like a leadership role, it seemed like. And you could tell that Shepard's like death had impacted his outlook and the way he made decisions. And then by the third game, well, I don't know him that well in the third game actually, because I haven't played the third game that much and I didn't romance him ever, so I always just kind of saw him as like the alliance person that got hurt and is in the hospital. It's coming together. I think this one actually does look pretty good. I'm proud of this one. This is actually very relaxing. I thought that I was a little worried that trying something I'm not that good at, drawing, would be like stressful, but it's not that bad. Like I can kind of zone out on the details and it's like pretty cathartic actually. One character that's my favorite. Oh, that's tough. I really like Morgan from Dragon Age. I really like Sam from Lord of the Rings and Aragorn from Lord of the Rings. Flemeth, 100% love Flemeth. Flemeth and Morgan from Dragon Age I really like. I really like Data from Star Trek Next Generation and Captain Picard. Uh, I'm trying to think. Oh, I really like Elle from Death Note. I love Elle. I liked Light too, but I liked Elle a little bit more. I liked Ryuk too. Death Note, I liked like everyone in Death Note. I'm trying to think of other shows and books that I've been like really into. It's been a lot. But yeah, I think I would say those are some of my favorite. Vegeta from Dragon Age or from Dragon Ball Z, 100%. I love Goku too. I don't know which one I like more. I go back and forth with them. And Piccolo, love Piccolo. Piccolo's so great. Like I love how he's so like he's like me where he's kind of like standoffish, like people think he's mean And then he's just a big softy. Like, I can't tell you how many times people have been like, oh, I thought you would seem like a bitch when I met you, and then you're actually really sweet. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, of course I am. I'm the best. I just have a face that isn't always smiling. I really liked Triss from the Witcher games, and I want to like Yennefer because Yennefer is another person that like I like that she's just herself and like she's not super emotional and she's not super feminine in some ways, but she's very feminine in other ways and she just like owns it, you know? And I love that. But also I think that she's extremely selfish and she like pisses me off. So I don't know. I go back and forth on her. But I think as a character, like maybe not as a person, but as like a character, she's like a really well written character. Oh, Everig. I love Everig. Okay, but Zaino, what are you saying? Who would be very easy for me to draw and fun and enjoyable for me from those people? Who would be easy to draw? I think Morgan and Vegeta and Piccolo. All of them, honestly. Like, I would love to draw Aragorn too, but I think of all of the people I named, I would most like to draw Morrigan. She has like a lot going on. She's really beautiful. You know what? I think this looks weird to me because these picture frames are so high up. Right? I think we can all agree. Ah, they just didn't look right there. I bent my paper a little bit. Yes, and Urban, I think you nailed it. I think Kaidan would be so into hearing like theories and like even if he thinks that they're like so dumb, he just likes to hear people's reasoning. Like he would listen to someone talking about like a flat earth and he would be like, "Wow, they really have like an answer for everything." Oh, they do? I love that. They play poker in the third game and they talk about Joe Rogan. I'm just going to go ahead and say that that's canon. I can't wait to play that DLC because I'm assuming that's in the DLC since I've never seen it happen. Right? I don't know actually. Or does it just happen in that like club? Mass Effect 3 always makes me so sad, so I feel like I repress a lot of the things that happen in that game. But the Citadel on Mass Effect 3 is pretty great. So I would love to see a game of poker between Garrus, Kaidan, James, Joker, and Rex. Okay, I think Joker would win because I think what he would do is like be so inconsistent with like the way he bluffs and the way he folds, and I think people would like think that they figured out his tell when they really haven't. I think Garrus would like overthink it. Like he would try to be like too by the book. I think Kaidan would surprise everyone and be really good at bluffing. I think James would just be really bad at it. Like he would go all in like on his first hand with nothing. And I think Rex would like do really well, but mostly just be playing to watch like Garrus and James like get stressed. That's how I imagine that poker game would go. I would love to see that. Oh, look. I was just wondering when I should end my stream, and then my camera died and ended it for me. Bye.